Ortega Highway is part of State Route 74 and links Orange County's San Juan Capistrano in the west with Riverside's Lake Elsinore in the east. The Ortega Highway is named for Spanish explorer Juan Francisco Ortega and opened in 1934. It is a great escape from the urban sprawl right in the heart of Southern California, and here is our picks for the top 6 places to stop on the Ortega Highway. Our first stop is where the Ortega Highway begins. Mission San Juan Capistrano was founded in 1776, and the chapel, built in 1782, is the oldest building in California that is still in use. It is also the only building still in existence where it is documented that Father Junipero Serra gave Mass. The mission is right in the heart of San Juan Capistrano's historic district, and there's a few interesting shops in the area as well. Definitely a place you want to stop if you're interested in the history of California. Leaving the city of San Juan Capistrano behind, it's about an 8-mile drive to our next destination. Our second stop is the Ronald W. Caspers Wilderness Park. You will forget you're in Orange County while you're at this park, and you can easily spend several days there. There's plenty of hiking, including ranger-led walks. We saw people horseback riding. There are several campgrounds. The scenery is just beautiful, and it's amazing to think that there's cities just a few miles from you on either side. If you only have a few hours to spend there, you'll want to check out the visitor center and at least take the Nature Loop Trail. The park does have a small entrance fee. In May of 2020, it was $5 for day use. After leaving Ronald W. Caspers Wilderness Park, it is about 12 miles to our next destination, driving through the Cleveland National Forest. Our next stop is definitely the place to go if you have a sweet tooth. The Ortega Oaks Candy Store has everything. Freshly made chocolates, cookies, cakes, and even non-sweet items such as sandwiches and beverages. The staff is super friendly as well at the Ortega Oaks Candy Store. It's only about a 1.5 mile drive to our next destination, where we'll be able to burn off some of the calories we put on at the candy store. Ortega Falls is probably one of the most popular destinations on the Ortega Highway, and finding parking for it on the weekend can be a challenge. From the parking area on the highway, it's only about a 1/4 mile hike down to the falls. There are a few places on the hike that get a little steep. However, there's not much elevation gain from the highway down to the falls, and most people should have no problem with the hike. As you can see from this video, it does get very crowded at the falls. Ortega Falls won't be confused with the waterfalls at Yosemite, but how many other waterfalls are there in Southern California that have such easy access to get to them? Right below the main falls, there is another waterfall as well. Unfortunately, because of the ease of access to Ortega Falls, it makes it easy for vandals to get to the area too, and so you end up with graffiti. And if you do hike to Ortega Falls, be sure to watch where you step. From Ortega Falls, it's about a 1.5 mile drive to our 5th destination. The Ortega Highway is super popular with motorcycle riders, and Hell's Kitchen is the place to stop and get something to eat for bikers. Unfortunately, it was closed the day we filmed this video, but as you can see from the parking lot, it was still filled with motorcycles. If you get a burger there, the condiments are all in a coffin that is opened by pulling a skull handle. Near Hell's Kitchen, there's also this memorial for motorcyclists killed in accidents on State Route 74. Unfortunately, Ortega Highway, due to the number of motorcycle accidents, is known as one of the deadliest highways in California. Our 6th and final stop is about 2 miles away as we start to head down the mountain and get our first glimpses of Lake Elsinore below. The Lookout Roadhouse is probably my favorite place to eat in the Lake Elsinore area. Not only does it have great food, but it has an even better view. Just check out this view of Lake Elsinore from the restaurant. There's also a viewpoint shortly before you get to the Lookout Roadhouse, but I think the Lookout actually has a better view than the viewpoint. If you do stop at the Lookout Roadhouse, you definitely want to try the filet mignon tip sandwich. It's so good I forgot to take video of it. And that's our 6 places to stop on the Ortega Highway. If there's any place that we missed, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll see you next week.